Hello kids, welcome back after your school holidays. We are in lecture 7 this week and thanks for accommodating an e-lecture instead of a physical lecture. We're going to talk about point of purchase today. Before we do that, let's recap back 4 weeks ago what we covered in lecture 6. In lecture 6, we talked about the types of store layout. We have the grid floor layout, free flow layout, racetrack layout. Please make sure that you know what the definition of each layout is and how, if you look at the floor plan, you'll be able to distinguish each layout from the other. And the types of interior displays. We talked about the open assortment where customers can reach for the items themselves, closed assortment where customers are unable to and they need sales assistance to help them, such as your watch stores or jewelry stores. Theme setting displays where it's according to a certain theme like what we've had in First Avenue so far. Ensemble display where we put together different elements to form one complete look. Dominance display where a lot of the same elements are being used over and over again. It could be a color, it could be a shape or an item. And tonnage display where a lot of merchandise is actually put out in the store for customers to view. And how visual merchandisers actually group how they um, display their products. There's functional product grouping according to the functions of the merchandise. For example, your pasta with pasta sauce. Market segment grouping for items that's used by the same market segment like diapers and formula in the same aisle in the supermarket. Storability product grouping, which means how a product is being stored. For example, things that are hung are all displayed together, things that are folded are all displayed together. And the different approaches to how much of each merchandise to display. We have the model stock approach, which is what are the items that you want to push out, what are the different variety you want to show, and there's the sales productivity ratio method, which is what are the items that gives you the better sales margins or they move faster that you want to display more of. Okay, for this week's lecture, we are going to talk about point of purchase. We need to understand what is point of purchase. There is two broad categories of point of purchase that we will go into. The different elements of the point of purchase mix and why point of purchase is so popular and the various reasons why marketers use point of purchase as well as the considerations for how you design a point of purchase in terms of its look and feel, how much items you can store, what materials you use. Okay, point of purchase. How do we define it? Okay, the broad definition is that point of purchase is a place where sales are made. So on a very macro, which is the overview level, a point of purchase is the shop floor. If you think about it, um, if for a brand like say Issey Miyake, okay, you have the office, you have the designer studio, you have the factory, but it is on the shop floor that customers get to interact with your merchandise. So that is your point of purchase. On a micro level, in the entire store, where would be the crucial point of purchase point? It would be at the cash counter where customers are actually making payment for their purchases. So these are the two broad categories of point of purchase that we're going to go into. Okay, we shall stop here and the next video would go into the first macro level of point of purchase.